Welcome back, everybody. This episode is called Epcot Mirrors Sam Neill and the Gateway to Hell. The name Epcot derives from the acronym Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, a utopian city of the future planned by Walt Disney. It took over 3 years to build, and at the time it was the largest construction project on Earth. The pavement at Epcot was engineered by Disney and Kodak Photography to be painted a specific custom color of pink that makes the grass look greener and pictures look brighter. Spaceship Earth is one of the most recognizable structures at the Walt Disney World Resort. It is not only the centerpiece and main focal point of Epcot, but also the symbolic structure and attraction that houses the basic fundamentals of the park. The 18-story geodesic sphere houses a 13-minute dark ride using the Omnimover system that explores the progression of human communications from caveman to the dawn of the internet and beyond. Walt Disney was a 33-degree Freemason and Illuminist. Behind all those cartoons, magazines, and movies is a hidden agenda to mess up our children's minds. Disney's production over the years is filled with Masonic symbolism, occult over- and undertones, mind control, and indoctrination. He is preparing our younger generations for the New World Order and introducing them to sorcery and black magic as being a cool or hip thing. In general relativity, event horizon is a term for a boundary in space-time, defined with respect to an observer beyond which events cannot affect the observer. Light emitted from inside the horizon can never reach the observer, and anything that passes through the horizon from the observer's side is never seen again. A black hole is surrounded by an event horizon, for example. In the year 2047, faint radio signals from the starship Event Horizon are picked up on Earth. The ship had disappeared mysteriously in 2040. Her loss was attributed to an accident. The ship appears to be in a decaying orbit around the planet Neptune, and the rescue ship Lewis and Clark is dispatched to investigate. The crew, which includes the Event Horizon's designer Dr. William Weir, Sam Neill, must spend a 56-day journey to Neptune in stasis in order to reach the ship. The ship had been a top-secret prototype vessel equipped with an experimental star drive that looked eerily like Spaceship Earth in Epcot. The drive, which would fold space-time and create an artificial wormhole extending to any point in the universe, allowed the ship to traverse great distances instantaneously. To test the new gravity drive, the ship was sent to a designated jump point, with the goal of reaching Proxima Centauri, the next closest star to our Sun. Sam Neill's character follows an evolution in Event Horizon that has him looking a lot like another famous pit fiend of hell, Pinhead of the Hellraiser franchise. This is another movie dealing with stargates. In this case, all the pleasures of heaven and hell could be at your fingertips if you were able to access the stargate within the puzzle box. Well, mostly hell in this case. Notice the geometry comparison of the pins on his head to Spaceship Earth and Epcot. Bizarre.
You opened it. We came.
It's just a puzzle box!
Oh no. It is a means to summon us.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some. Angels to others.
It was a mistake! I didn't mean to help it! It was a mistake! You can...
Okay, here's where things start to get really strange. Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth, which sets Pinhead in front of the Twin Towers in Manhattan, was released on September 11, 1992, exactly 9 years to the day from the 9/11 mega ritual. The computer game Doom 2 is also entitled Hell on Earth. Doom 3's plot concerns opening a portal to Hell in a subterranean cavern on Mars. See my Black Pope video for more information on Mars. And modders of the game actually created an Event Horizon modification, which includes the revolving Stargate hallway seen in the movie, which is a star tunnel similar to what is experienced on the Spaceship Earth ride in Epcot, as well as Space Mountain in the Magic Kingdom. Going back to the Event Horizon and Sam Neill's co-star Lawrence Fishburne, there is yet another Stargate link in his role as Morpheus, the god of dreams, in the heavily metaphor-laced masterpiece, The Matrix. Morpheus has the ability to take on any human's form and appear in dreams. His father is the god Hypnos of sleep. Nyx, the goddess of night, is his mother or grandmother. In The Matrix, he is the person who extends the rabbit hole of enlightenment to Neo, coaxing him by telling him reality is not quite what it seems and that he will have to pass through the mirror or Alice in Wonderland wormhole if he ever wishes to live in the real world. Making the Disney connection to the mirror wormhole phenomenon, we have Snow White, a grim and occult tale involving metaphors to Eve eating the apple in the Garden of Eden, and the seven dwarfs being the seven Abrahamic cults or Illuminati affiliations, and of course the black magic-wielding Wicked Witch, who consults her pagan zodiac-encircled magic mirror as to get advice on how to ritualistically murder a young woman, Snow White. The castle at the center of the Magic Kingdom in Disney World was fashioned after Neuschwanstein Castle in southern Germany, Bavaria, the origin or the location where the Bavarian Illuminati was first founded in 1776. 1776 is also the exact height of the new Freedom Tower that's being built where the 9/11 towers were collapsed. Disneyland and Disney World are world famous and the pride of America. They are also extremely important programming centers for the Illuminati to create total mind-controlled slaves. Disneyland is also involved with providing a place for rituals, porn, and other satanic activities. In terms of deception, Disney movies and amusement parks rate as one of the best deceptions in the history of man. According to deprogrammed ex-Illuminati slaves, the Illuminati in the 60s needed to shift their programming away from military bases because of the publicity or heat that was shined on them. Their goal was to have some place that people from all over the world could come without raising any suspicions, and a place which would be the perfect cover for many of their criminal activities. Once again, if you have something to hide, put it in plain view. Sam Neill, wouldn't you know it, actually has a lot of ties to Disney film. He was in Snow White with Sigourney Weaver, who was also an alien. Keep that in mind for a later tie-in. And here we see him crawling through a corridor that aesthetically represents the Matrix. And of course he was in the blockbuster Jurassic Park, a movie centered around genetic manipulation that has multiple theme park rides at all the Walt Disney World locations. Here you see the amber-encrusted mosquito in which they extract the dino DNA and reconstruct them from their bare-bone synthesis. Sam Neill was also in the movie At the Mouth of Madness, in which his character was juxtaposed between two alternate realities, one a very hellish nightmare realm, much like the Hellraiser world, and one very much like our Matrix enclaved world that we're used to. Note the picture in which he has the Knights of Malta crosses drawn all over his face. There's also a scene in Event Horizon where a dead body floats at the front of the ship, and the window is in the same cross design. There's no way I can wrap this segment up in under 10 minutes, so I'm going to make this in 2 or 3 parts. But I'll leave you with this tie-in with the alien-faced Michael Jackson and his Disney-like Neverland Ranch. Michael Jackson Moonwalker, which premiered on the biblically entitled Sega Genesis, as well as having his own 3D movie in Epcot Center that was produced by George Lucas entitled Captain EO, should leave you all scratching your heads until the next segment.